Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Like back here with another YouTube video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2019 review here on the channel. So quickly before we start this video, I just want to say, starting now, I'm going to try and be doing this every Saturday. I'm going to be trying to make a movie review every Saturday, starting from now. Just review any movie I want. I'm going to try and keep it away from, say, comic book stuff, I'm gonna say, because I usually talk about that a lot on this channel. But I'll per se probably talk about my other passion, which I actually intended it for it to be on the channel a lot, is movies and stuff. And I do enjoy watching movies in my spare time. Personally, I think I'm gonna roll out a video maybe next week or something, with my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Uh, yeah, there's so many different movies. I've watched a lot, maybe almost over like thousand at least, over a thousand at least. I've watched a lot of stuff, and I slowly want to keep roll out some, movie stuff on onto the channel here, because that's what I intended it to be. It was meant to be a sports movie and superhero stuff, and of course superheroes is kind of taking over it. And you guys kind of see I've been putting out some reviews for stuff, but yeah, I thought why not let's do some non comic book related stuff, non Star Wars related stuff. So yeah, without ado, let's get into this. So yeah, I just finished watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and definitely I didn't know what else to start this off with other than Quentin Tarantino's ninth film, which is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood here. So going into this, it was a Quentin Tarantino film. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I've actually seen a few of them. I've seen I've seen a few of them. Let me know if you want me to do maybe a ranking of all my every Quentin Tarantino film, because I have access to all of them. I'm pretty sure. So I just have to find them. That's all, and what streaming service, whatever. But other than that, like, I have access to it, so I'm no stranger to, say, Tarantino films, so I know going into this movie there had to be some sort of dark comedy, some kind of violence, some hardcore blood-filled violence eventually, at least once. And going into this movie, I noticed I've watched a couple videos on it, like a couple short reviews, and a lot of people have said this is like Pulp Fiction, but more of kind of set in Hollywood in the 60s. So, yeah, without ado, let's of course get into this review. So, the story revolves around Rick Dalton, who's pretty much an actor during the 60s who's kind of flunking out of Hollywood, and his kind of bond with Cliff Booth, who is his stunt double. And his next door neighbor is actually Sharon Tate, which I will explain just now. And yeah, some other stuff comes up and stuff like that. The movie is pretty long; it's almost 3 hours long. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to unravel here. Also, warning, spoilers ahead. I know this movie came out 2019, but I'll just say spoiler warnings if it came out maybe 2019. It's fairly recent. I mean, it's a few years. I think it's like about to turn 2 years, so it hasn't been out for a large amount of time. But anyways, let's get into it. So yeah, you might be thinking, what exactly is going on with the plot? And yeah, you have something there with the plot. I mean, definitely it doesn't have. A lot of people don't really say what's going on with the plot, but in my personal opinion, the way I see it is you're seeing characters kind of get stuff happen to them, and just that's exactly what this movie is. And I definitely really enjoyed it. Just from the ways of cinematically, I thought this movie was really well done, especially with the fact that, uh, especially with the fact of cinematically in Hollywood, it had some scenic shots, definitely very good shots of Hollywood during the 60s. They covered everything, like you could see stuff like Carnation Milk, for example. You could see a lot of that, 60s logos and stuff like that. Or it's not early 70s, but It was about to be the 70s. There's a lot of stuff like that. A lot of kind of Easter eggs, if you realized. If you understand the real story, I'm not going to go too much into it, with what exactly happened to Sharon Tate in real life, you would notice that it has a lot of that in the story. And some people might say this as maybe an alternate reality kind of movie because it does change up the whole thing. Another thing I really liked was the acting. I thought the acting was pretty good. I mean, I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was pretty good and Brad Pitt was pretty good. I thought the cast was very star-studded with the ranging of Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. They were all really good actors. I think Al Pacino was in it too. He's pretty good. Personally, my personal favorite, I thought Brad Pitt did an awesome job. I think Brad Pitt is personally a really good actor, and I think he's maybe, in my personal opinion, I think he's a top 20. Same with Leonardo DiCaprio. They're both really good actors and just really enjoyable to watch. Another thing would probably be dialogue. Like, I never thought at one point I was like, I'm bored of what they're saying. I thought usually with movies you kind of feel, oh, it's a bit stretched, and you could tell in terms of what they're saying. But most of what they're saying is pretty relevant to the whole story in a sense. Especially that's something I really like as well as about Tarantino films is he's very gifted when it comes to writing dialogue and stuff, and I never find once while I was watching any of his movies where I was like, I'm bored of what they're saying, and Once Upon a Time doesn't shy away from that. That's pretty cool. Uh, Another thing is definitely writing wise. I thought again this ties in with dialogue. I thought it was really well done writing wise, especially with the sense at the ending, because you were kind of like, I kind of don't understand what to expect because again of what happened in real life was completely different. Like for example, the family would end up and kill Tate and stuff, whereas you could see Rick Dalton's character came out drunk and pretty much drove them away, and they went away. But then three of them escaped, and then they ended up. I don't know if it was by accident or what was going on. Uh, they ended up going to Rick Dalton's house and trying to kill Cliff Booth, and that was just a badass scene. And Rick Dalton all of a sudden was just like whistled his dog, and his dog attacked the guy, and all this stuff. I thought it was really well done. I'm not gonna go into detail in terms of the ending, but it was just a phenomenal ending, really enjoyable. That's personally what I like about this movie too, is the great ending. I also liked how it tied in a lot of stuff in terms of the real world. Like it tied in like Bruce Lee, for example, and I thought that like Steve McQueen, really interesting in that aspect. I thought it was pretty cool. Uh, they tied in some real life stuff, and they of course changed things in terms of history. Especially because that family attacked the Dalton house instead. I'm not gonna say that name, but if you know, you know. Yeah. They pretty much attacked Rick Dalton's house instead, and I don't know. That was a pretty well done scene. Just an all around, I thought this movie was really well done. I thought Quentin Tarantino did a really good job. Personally, I really like this movie. I like the cinematics, acting, writing was all very well done. Uh, just great movie by Quentin Tarantino. And something else important to note as well is I realized Quentin Tarantino I don't even think was in this movie at all. Like usually he puts himself in the movie, or he might have been in there, but a minor role. I don't remember him being in it. But if he wasn't, it was still a good movie. I mean, pretty interesting, especially for the 3 hour long cut of it. It's about 2 hours and 40 minutes, I think, or maybe even 2 hours and 50 minutes, and it still holds up great. I was watching the whole time, didn't really look down or look at my phone or anything. I was watching the whole time, and I thought it went by really fast, and I thought it was really well done. Uh, but anyways, that's pretty much it. My rating, personally, I rank this easy 9, probably 10 out of 10. Just a really good movie, personally. I thought it was really well done. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.